Well, hello everybody. Hope you're having a good day today, and I hope you are enjoying this march through the book of John. And oh my goodness, did I not start some conversation, both with talking about the Trinity and talking about the prayer that Jesus prayed that has not been answered. I was not trying to be salacious or whatever. I don't know. So if I offended you, let me explain. Okay. First of all, if you're just now joining us, we are marching through the New Testament, or the book of John, Gospel of John, all the way to Easter. I'm all kinds of flustered. Okay. I'm going to explain myself a little bit. And it is my honor to be your tour guide as we do this. And what we've been doing is this is the final night of Jesus' earthly life before he's crucified and later raised from the dead. He's been meeting with the disciples. He has been washing their feet. Communions happen, and he's been talking to them. Now he goes and he starts to pray, and it says he spoke these words, and then he lifted up his eyes to heaven and said. So he starts praying, and this is what he says: is he's saying, Father, be with them as you've been with me, and all this stuff. And then it says, my prayer is that they will be one as you and I are one. Now there's a lot of different ways you could look at that. One of the ways you can look at that is, though, even though Jesus was God and man, he didn't have to, but yet he chose to spend a lot of time with his Father while on earth. He would get away and he would pray a lot. And there's this perfect unity that Father and Son enjoy. And what Jesus is saying is, I pray that they, my body on earth when I leave, the church, the followers of Christ, they will be perfectly unified as you and I, Father, are perfectly unified. That was the prayer that Jesus prayed. Now I ask you the question: has there ever been a time in history when that has been the case? You say, well, what about the early church? Well, you look very close in the early church, and there was already troubles. Two of them right off the top of my head is Ananias and Sapphira, right? And so as long as you've got imperfect people, you're probably going to have imperfect unity. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But that's the prayer that is still yet to be. Now, there's probably been pockets, right? Pockets and seasons and times when there's been unity. But that's a hard thing to maintain, especially now. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's been answered. Maybe it hasn't. I hope that it is one day. But that's the prayer that I say that maybe the only prayer that hasn't been answered, but it's not because of Jesus. It's because all of us need to get together. But that's what this is. Jesus is praying, and he's speaking these words, and he is about to finish praying, and it's going to get real. In the next chapter is when he gets arrested. So I hope you enjoy this. Read this prayer, and maybe let us all recommit to making this prayer of Jesus come true in our generation. I love you.